Heliod, the sun-crowned, is the egotistical mirror of our own Greek gods. This god stands tall in his frames, looming over plains. He needs devotion in order to exist. Otherwise, he is just a thought, an idea that strengthens you when you pray. In order to grow stronger, you will have to honor the god. He will grant you strength as long as you dedicate it to him. But Heliod has a glaring weakness. He needs others to sacrifice themselves to him. He needs a lot of devotion as the sun god. He needs to be at the center of everything. We see it in Ordeal of Heliod, where a reflection of Theseus must slay the Minotaur, only to be sacrificed himself. Ironic, as the Minotaur was created after King Minos failed to sacrifice a bull to our version of Thassa. And so many selfless heroes sacrificed their lives for Heliod, even Elspeth, who slayed a god for him. Elspeth was killed by Heliod himself and then had to conquer death to return. Here she found nightmares from Asiok to shake her faith, only for it to be renewed by hatred. She fought death itself because she knew to fight on. She created a spear much like Heliod's, because many had turned their faith from Heliod to their hero, Elspeth. All to the point where Heliod loses his godhood. His indestructible is gone. His devotion is gone. He stops influencing others, but instead grasps for the last of the prayers in the form of one lost enchantment from the grave. Look at this card, Heliod, god of the sun. He used the tower over us, half of his face concealed because it was out of reach. He had his halo of clouds above him instead of the broken air riddled with Phyrexia's invasion. His left side was way more filled with Theros' star motif, and his eyes seemed righteous, where now his face is in a grimace and his spear is left on defense. He used to have his face as his mask and his spear as his unmissing arrow. His temples are now besieged. And this was all because of his own hubris. He killed Elspeth, who was friends with Ajani. They felt for each other's heroism, and while Heliod feels heroic to us, he is in it for himself. So, Ajani told the people of Theros and planted doubts in their hearts. You can listen to the story of how this happened in the link above. In short, Ajani taught the Leonin of Theros that the gods are created by belief. So he learned about their strengths and weaknesses on his adventure there. And that is why it's important that the flavor text reads, complete the faith, complete the god, complete the god, complete the plane. This is because Ajani knows that the weakness of the god is in the faith he gets, and the weakness of the plane is in the god that rules them. Ajani's first step to save his friend enabled him to later complete Heliod. Whether it was still out of revenge, somewhere in his heart, or out of devotion for Phyrexia is unknown, but it might be a mix of both. And now Heliod is completed, influenced by Jin Getaxias, blue and defiled. The background has none of the light and hope that Ajani wished for. It's all red, and in the background we see the tree that will take over Theros' faith. The air is filled with Jin's flyers, and the temples built to Heliod's honor on the ground are once again betrayed by him as they topple and fall. I wonder whether he still cares about being prayed to. His spear does not emit sunlight. It's now just another one of Jin's eyes attached with a long chain to Heliod's body. His mechanic betrays that he forgot about his prayers and now only cares about enabling Jin and the progress engine to influence his world, especially when your opponents draw cards or gain knowledge. It seems like the people of Theros want to learn more about their new god, and this seems to only establish Jin's grip upon the sun-blessed world further. Not that much changes for Heliod's followers, who were always like game pieces to him. Just now, Heliod is also one of the pieces. Just like Ajani and Elspeth once wished for, the people of Theros now know about their power over the gods.